Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Got lots of pretty sunlight coming through the window today. It's nice. There's a waterfall back there. Okay. I was watching a Secular Talk video this morning. There's chat numbers are coming up. And of course it's in history because I watch on a secured browser. Secular Talk. Hey Debbie, hey Nick, hey hippie chick, what's up guys? So we've already covered the story, but now Kyle Kullinski covers it with his little spin on it. Yep. And as much respect as I have for Kyle Kullinski, and look, I don't think Kyle has ever heard of me or seen me or knows who I am or whatever. But you know, if for some reason Kyle does watch this video, if you guys tweet it at him, and I hope you guys decide to tweet this at Secular Talk on Twitter. I really hope you do. I hope you do it right now. Well, then maybe I'll try to be a little nicer than I normally am if I actually think he's actually going to watch this video. So here we go.
Y'all, so we have a former Pentagon official went on CNN and basically said UFOs are real. Barack Obama went on one of the late night shows and said, yeah, there's plenty of stuff there that we don't know what the hell it is. And there's countless examples of that. There's been...
And so far, he's doing excellent reporting. Everything he said is factual. Good job, Kyle. You should have stopped it right there.
You know.
Quit while you were ahead. Let me turn my lights on here.
Video released from the Navy. And they've been like, yeah, we see this thing moving not like any aircraft we've ever seen before ever move. And we don't know what the hell's going on. So CNN does this segment basically trying to confirm, like, UFOs are real. Here's that conversation.
The U.S. government is set to release an unclassified report on UFOs maybe as early as next week.
What was once considered a joke is now seen by a lot of people as a genuine national security issue.
No, it's still a joke, and so are you, Victor. You're all a bunch of fucking clown-ass bitches. Oh, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to be so vulgar this time. Okay, my bad.
Government officials are increasingly outspoken about it. Even former President Barack Obama conceded this month there are things that they simply cannot explain.
Yeah, there's things I can't explain either. You know, it doesn't mean that aliens are visiting us just because there's things that I can't explain.
What is true?
Well, it's true.
And I'm actually being...
There's Barack Obama. He's gonna talk to us and tell us what's true. Everybody listen to Barack Obama. He's gonna tell you in his nice polished voice what's going on.
Serious here is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
Well, we being you and the person that showed you the videotape. You know, but why won't you go on, you know, you want to learn how to grow a tomato, where do you guys go? You want to learn how to fix something on your car, where do you go? You want to learn, you know, an interesting take on politics spin, where do you go? YouTube, right? There's all kinds of information on YouTube. You want to learn how to do something. You want to learn a new skill. You want to educate yourself. What about if you want to debunk a stupid video that everybody in the news is saying is a UFO? Oh, you wouldn't go to a YouTube channel for that, though, would you, Barack Obama, the United States government, or Kyle Kullinski, or CNN? You're not going to go check out a YouTube channel that totally debunks all that and explains it, tells you why and what it is and what it means and why you guys are such a bunch of fucking suckers. This is straw manning. Every little piece of straw they can throw on this. Oh, look, Barack Obama said.
Our next guest is the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program at the Pentagon. And here's what he said on 60 Minutes a few weeks ago.
Imagine a technology.
Yeah, imagine a technology because it doesn't exist. So he says imagine it. Okay? And we're not seeing anything that he's going to say. We're not seeing anything that he's going to say right now. But imagine it anyway. This fucking statement is hilarious. It could be totally eviscerated.
That can do 600 to 700 G forces.
There's nothing demonstrating that. Nothing's demonstrating that it's doing the 600 to 700 G-forces. Where are you getting that data from? What, did you measure it? Did you measure the G-forces of these objects that are undetectable by radar? Huh, isn't that weird? Yet you know how many G-forces they're doing? You're imagining these crazy G-forces? Crazy, huh?
That can fly at 13,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, where are you getting your 13,000 miles an hour figure from? Did you clock it with radar? Did you clock it with some kind of a speed check? Oh, that's right, you didn't. So you're just pulling another figure out of your fucking ass.
That it can evade radar.
It can evade radar? Well, isn't that funny? Because later on in this report, you're going to say that these things are all been tracked by human eye, photos, and radar. All three. Isn't it weird? Well, it can't be tracked by radar or it can be tracked by radar. Make up your fucking mind, you fucking liar. You know, whatever fits his narrative at that moment, at that second. Those are the words he says, and then you have these cucks on CNN nodding their heads like little bobblehead dolls. Yep, 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 like Joe Rogan. Yep, yep, yep. Oh yeah, like Sagar over there at the Hill. Yep, 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 little bobblehead. Fuck yeah, everything you say is true. Yep. I'm not going to question anything you say. I'm not going to ask you a tough question at all. I'm just going to agree with you and go, wow, you are a god.
And that can fly through air and water and possibly space.
Okay, he's got no evidence of any of these objects flying through space. He's got no evidence of these objects flying through water. And yet, look at the fucking smile, the little grin on his face, little shit-eating grin, because he knows how fucking stupid and pathetic people are, that they will literally put a CNN logo under him or a 60 Minutes logo up to the top left of his fucking face. And he's laughing to himself because he knows what a bunch of fucking idiots everybody is.
And, oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion.
Oh, and, oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion? Really? Well, if you're looking at something going through the air, there's an obvious sign of propulsion, you fucking idiot. Oh, and I love the way, oh, by the way, like that's his little straw man. Oh, and by the way, like that's going to strengthen his argument. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that's going to make everything you say scientific now. Oh, and by the way, it's a fucking piece of straw. Oh, and by the way, here's another piece of fucking straw.
Space. And, oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings. And, oh, by the way, 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 and, oh, by the way,
and, oh, by the way, oh, by the way. Yeah, we can see the wings in the blurry pictures, dude. We can see the lights on the planes flashing. We can see they're flying in a straight line, and the only reason they ever move is when the camera jerks around. We can see that. This is not why I am angry. I'm not angry at this cuck. This cuck is doing exactly what he's programmed to do. He's programmed to do this because he's a little dick bitch and he wants your attention. That's what he does. He wants your attention and he's getting it. He's getting the whole world's attention right now.
Has no obvious signs of propulsion, no wings, no control surfaces.
What do you mean no control surfaces? No control surfaces? So these vehicles that you can't see or that you can't ever touch or have contact with, you've been inside them and now you know they have no control surfaces? Oh, I see what he's doing. He's taking a bunch of pieces of straw from all of these different stories like Bob Lazar, because that's where he got that bullshit from, right? Bob Lazar says there's no control surfaces. So you're going to lump that in with your blurry triangle fucking 737 footage of a plane with marking lights flashing on it, and you're going to say there's no control surfaces on that 737? That's funny. No control surfaces? I think the two pilots that were flying that jet that day would beg to defer with you. It's just too bad that Kyle Kullinski can't see any of this.
And yet still can defy.
Hey, Kai, call me Nay, bro. N-A-Y. Thank you. I appreciate it.
By the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
And Luis Elizondo joins us now. Luke.
Gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing. Gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
And Luis.
Gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing. 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 No wings, no control surfaces, and yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity.
Can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity? How the fuck is anything defying gravity? because it's flying a straight line across the sky. How is that defying gravity? Airplanes do that. Birds do that. You know, I've just killed a mosquito in my bathroom 2 days ago. It was doing it. No problem. Defying the laws of gravity. It was flying through the air. Isn't gravity supposed to pull things down? It's amazing. You know, this is all science. This is all science. He used to work at the Pentagon.
That's precisely what we're seeing.
No, it's not. It's not precisely anything. If you're a precise fucking liar, is it. We're not seeing anything. You know, you've got a blurry video of an airplane going across the sky that's blurred into the shape of a triangle with flashing marking lights on it. That's precisely nothing.
And Luis Elizondo joins us now. Lou, great to have you here. I don't.
He's wearing his disguise now, guys. He's got his glasses and his hat on.
Pilots are
He's trying to look like a different person.
With what they've seen flying around. Military videos have caught images.
You know, people like Donald Trump, people like Barack Obama, American flag wavers, you know, people that support the goddamn army and the Air Force and all this shit. You're supposed to take these military people at their word now because they're all gods. She thinks that if you have a United States flag on your shoulder, you're a god. Well, let me ask her this. What about when somebody wearing one of those United States flags is raping somebody in another country? You still take them at their word? What about when, you know, they do the Capitol 6, like the January 6th Capitol riot, right? And all these supposed, you know, government officials are saying, oh, there was nothing wrong that day. Huh, isn't that weird? Huh. All these federal employees, I mean, they might not be military, but still they're in the federal government, and you take them at their word. You work for CNN and you believe everything the government tells you. And by the way, the government's not telling you anything. They're just releasing photos. Isn't that funny too? And last I checked, Barack Obama wasn't in the federal government. And neither was this cuck bitch with the little fucking, I don't know what the fuck that is, with a little dovetail on his fucking chin, whatever the fuck that thing's supposed to be. It's fucking pathetic. You gotta grow a beard, be a man, bro. Grow a real one.
UFOs. What do you think this report, maybe as early as next week, is going to say?
Well, I hope the report provides Congress what it asked for and, frankly, what it deserves. And that is a current assessment of the situation. My only fear is that 180 days is really not a sufficient enough time to provide a comprehensive report. When I was working in the Pentagon, we did this for nearly a decade, and there's a lot of.
They're literally just looping 5 seconds of video over and over and over again to try to give you the illusion that this is a solid shot of video of a UFO.
Information to comb through. And again, my fear is that 180 days is simply not going to be long enough to provide that comprehensive report to Congress that it asked for.
They're looping the video.
That this won't be comprehensive then?
They were looping 5 seconds of video over and over again. And just so you guys don't get fooled by this bullshit, I'm gonna prove it to you. Watch this.
UFOs. What do you think this report? Maybe
you see this star right here, this planet right here? Watch.
Well,
watch.
I hope the report provides Congress what it asked for and, frankly, what it deserves.
Watch this planet right here.
A current assessment of the situation. My only fear is that 180 days is really not a sufficient enough time to provide a comprehensive report. When I was working in the Pentagon, we did this for nearly a decade, and there's a lot of information to comb through. And again, that's a lot of information. 4 seconds of video that we just loop over and over and over again.
To Congress
5. Here's the 5th loop of that video.
Won't be comprehensive then?
5 loops. 5 loops of a 5-second video to try to convince you that this shit is real. That you're looking at something that is flying through the sky continuously, and halfway through that footage, that video is cut in half. You can literally see the star skip through the sky. Every time they show it, you can see it skip. They're showing you different angles, different cuts, then they're looping it together to try to convince your eye that you're seeing something fly through the sky. When in reality, if you look at that object, it's morphing a little bit, it's changing shape. It's because it's probably the plume on the back of an airplane going away from them. You know? That's why it's changing shape slightly. And the only reason it does that is when the camera fucking scrolls to keep its eye on it. The camera tracks the object, and as the camera tracks, it rotates. As demonstrated in yesterday's video, we completely eviscerated that. That's called gimbal. It's a moving device inside another moving device. They call that a gimbal. That's what powers cameras on drones, on these helicopters, on airplanes. They're very popular. That's why they called that the gimbal video, because the effects on that plume that you were seeing were being created by the movement of the gimbal.
Well, I think it's going to be a start. My hope is that this is going to serve as an interim report, and frankly, I hope that there's a more long-term, enduring capability that's established within the government.
Nick
perhaps
Brown.
a whole of government approach.
Dude, he says 180 days isn't enough time to disprove this. I could do it in 180 minutes. I could literally just bring you guys all of the video footage of all the debunkers that are doing this on YouTube, and you guys would all just be like, whoa. Yeah, that's all bullshit. That is total bullshit. You would. If you still believe any of this, anything that's being released from the Pentagon right now, I promise you, I could totally disprove it and debunk it for you. To even you, those of you that claim you've been abducted in your sleep, that you've seen something in the sky that you couldn't fucking explain, even you would be convinced that this is all bullshit. You might still go with your fucking little narrative that you have, your little bullshit narrative that you have, but you'd know that this would not be a piece of straw to throw on your bullshit story, because it would just make you look worse. Right? Yeah, I only need 180 minutes. I don't need 180 days to disprove all of this bullshit. What drives me crazy is CNN is doing this intentionally, because they've got people like me that work for them that are in an office sitting there on a computer somewhere going, hey, you guys, look what I found. And they're like, yeah, we're going to go with this narrative. And the dude's like, yeah, but it's all debunked. Yeah, but we're not doing that, man. We're pushing this narrative for whatever their reason is. They want to push this fucking Barack Obama bullshit narrative. And I say it's to distract you from what a horrible job Joe Biden is doing. They don't want you to pay attention to what a horrible president Joe Biden is. It's hey, look over here while I do this. It's sleight of hand. That's my guess. I mean, I'm just doing this. I'm not a political science major like Kyle Kullinski is. He would probably be a better person to explain to you why this is so prevalent right now in mainstream media. But he's too busy buying into it to explain it to you. Let's go on.
To look at this issue.
Cheers,
this issue
Nick Brown.
is not a recent issue. It's been going on for many years, if not decades, and
it's been going on for many years, if not decades. What, the people are crazy and say they see things in the sky, or that people believe in a God or religion, or that Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior? Yeah, I'd say it's been going on for more than decades, man. People say shit that isn't real all the time, man. It's not a new thing, man. UFO sightings isn't new, right? And it's definitely been around for a long time. And all you're doing is throwing down a piece of straw right now. Everybody knows that crazies exist, dude. And you saying that, oh, this has been going on for years and we're just finding out about it now, that's bullshit. People have always been crazy, man. You're just one of them. You're just strengthening the argument, bro. Fucking pal.
And coming to the point where the U.S. government really, it's reached this critical mass where we just can't simply deny it anymore.
Critical mass.
So Lou,
I love this one.
Of this
Blink.
special program at the Pentagon,
Blink.
what information
Blink.
did you see that the rest
Blink.
of us don't know about?
Blake, I can't wait to tell you.
Sure. Well,
I can't wait to tell you what one of the comments said about the flashing lights on that airplane. I can't wait to tell you what the comment says. Oh my God. Cheers, guys. People want to believe so bad. They'll say anything. Man, whoever came up with the name Nectar Collector, I would love to meet them. It's a great name.
Well, I think what's important here is we're talking about eyewitness testimony from trained observers.
Now, I want you to pay very close attention to the question that she just asked him, and then I want you to listen to his answer.
And so, Lou, when you were the director of this special program at the Pentagon.
So you were the director at the special program at the Pentagon investigating UFOs. You must have a vast array of video and photographic evidence that proves that these aliens are real, right? You worked at the Pentagon. You were the one that received all the information. So listen to his answer.
What information did you see that the rest of us don't know about?
Sure. Well, I think what's important here is we're talking about eyewitness testimony from.
Oh, so you have no evidence. Isn't that funny? No eyewitness testimony is not evidence. I could say that my dick is 20 feet long. Does that mean it's true? This guy could tell you or CNN or Kyle Kullinski or The Hill Rising or Joe Rogan anything he wants. And these people will fucking carry that water for him. They will carry that water like diligent little soldiers going off to battle. You guys have got to see how stupid this is. You guys have got to see how stupid the news has gotten. That they assume that y'all can be fooled by a stupid blurry video of a jetliner going across the sky with flashing marking lights on it. That we've all seen since we were babies. Everybody knows that light flash pattern. Everybody. We've all seen it. You know, if you've never flown in an airplane, I guarantee you've looked up in the sky at night and you've seen one go across the sky and you've seen the lights flashing on it. You don't have an excuse. This is my question is, okay, this motherfucker's lying because he's getting famous off the shit. Why are the two cunt anchors sitting there going along with it and not going, wait a minute, aren't those flashing lights the same lights that we see on airplanes? Why would a UFO have the same flashing lights that airplanes have? Isn't that kind of weird? What are the aliens complying with FCC standards or FAA standards? And that they came all this way, then before they got to Earth, they made sure to have blinking lights on the outside of their plane, on the outside of their UFO, so airplanes would see them and not crash into them, right? And of course, when they go through our atmosphere and our sky, they fly in a straight line, just like airplanes do, at the same speed. Oh, but that's warp speed, by the way. This guy will tell you that that's fucking warp speed. That's 13,000 miles an hour, everybody. That object right there is 13,000 miles an hour. Let me tell you something. I had something fly over my house about a year, maybe 6 months ago. I was doing a live stream and I went outside and I saw the tail end of it. It was low and it was fast as fuck. I guarantee it wasn't going 13,000 miles an hour. But you know one thing I couldn't do? I didn't have time to get my fucking camera out and get a picture of it because that motherfucker was going so fast. That right there, somebody saw that thing up in the sky, took his fucking phone, had plenty of time to hit record, start recording it, recorded it for a while. It was there for a while. He probably has fucking 5 minutes of it, you know, as it crossed the sky over his fucking ship. He's probably, you want to see the whole fucking video? Oh, they're not going to show you that. But that's not the point. The point is this. That vehicle was flying at a certain speed that allowed that photographer to photograph it going across the sky. And I'm telling you that that fucking jet, whatever the fuck it was that flew over my house that day, it wasn't going 13,000 miles an hour, and there's no way I would have been able to capture it on a fucking video. Because it was going way too fast. So don't fucking tell me that that fucking thing's going 13,000 miles an hour. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot, and you must think the whole world is full of cucks, too. God.
Trained observers. These are individuals we have spent millions of dollars training for them to recognize the silhouette of a F-16 versus an
I agree, Tangarone. The United States is currently one of the most gullible countries in the world, in my opinion. 30-second news cycles create this. Yes, they do. And then morons like Kyle Kullinski who pick up the water and carry it for CNN also perpetuate the nonsense. USS Omaha Navy ships where hundreds of UFOs surrounded the ships and they caught it on radar and thermal video. Yeah, no, they didn't, alien. You're just full of shit. You know, you think you've got evidence. We just talked about this yesterday, man. Has your phone ever glitched out? You ever been playing a video game, have a video game glitched out on you? Alien linguistics? You ever had that? You ever had You know, does interference ever happen on electronic devices? Are you ever listening on a radio or a cell phone and you hear noise or you hear somebody else's voice? Oh, it couldn't have been a glitch. Oh, you have? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Alien linguistics. There were hundreds of them. Did anybody think to go outside on the deck and take a snapshot of them? Did anybody get it on video? Alien linguistics. Did anybody think to take a cell phone and go outside on the deck of the ship where there were hundreds of UFOs that were caught on radar and thermal video and take a simple cell phone photograph or video of it? Yeah, sure they will. And you keep believing it, Alien. You keep buying into it. You let me know when that footage gets released. I can't wait. Okay? You're a sucker, bro. You and your stupid fucking alien linguistics name. You're a sucker. God.
MiG-22 versus a MiG-25, in some cases from 25 miles away. And what they're reporting to us are really extraordinary vehicles doing extraordinary things. And furthermore, it's backed up by electro-optical data, such as gun camera footage, and further backed up by radar. So in essence, you...
Oh, wait! Backed up by radar? Didn't you say these things weren't trackable by radar? Wow. Which is it? Is it on radar? Is it not on radar? Do they want to be on radar? Do they not want to be on radar? Why don't you make up your mind, you fat fucking liar? Which is it? Radar? Not radar. Weird, huh?
You have three distinct pieces, or if you will, collection sources that are all providing the same information, backed up by radar, 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 backed up by radars, backed up by radar, backed up by radar, backed up by radar, backed up by radars, backed up by radar, backed up by radar, backed up by radar, backed up by radar, backed up by radar. So
okay, hold on. Backed up by radar, huh?
Energy forces that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, that it can evade radar miles an hour, that it can evade radar, that it can evade radar, that it can evade radar.
It's the same guy.
It can evade radar.
It's the same guy.
It can evade radar. That it can evade radar, and that can fly through that it can radar and miles an hour. That it can evade radar 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 miles an hour. That it can evade radar.
Enough data to make any early for us to make any type of conclusion right now.
Technology and gravity, or do you think
some sort of foreign adversarial technology, or are we really dealing with on the topic? And what they're being provided is CIA, Woolsey, all of them have come forward along with some of our elected officials. And yeah, well, and it's not just former President
Obama saying that you make an interesting point.
Compelling, and at this point we know it's real. At the same place, under the same circumstances, and all really validating what the pilots are seeing. And so it's very compelling. And at this point, we know it's real. Things, and furthermore, it's backed up by electro-optical 25, in some cases from 25 miles away.
Here we go.
And what they're reporting to us are really extraordinary vehicles doing extraordinary things. And furthermore, it's backed up by electro-optical data, such as gun camera footage, and further backed up by radar. So it's backed up by radars, 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 backed up by radar, 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 backed up by radars, backed up by radars, backed up by radar. So
backed up by radar, but they're not detectable by radar. Can evade radar. And these cucks at CNN and 60 Minutes and The Hill and Kyle Kullinski on Secular Talk, they don't catch this? The guy says it's backed up by radar, then he says they're undetectable by radar. I mean, just that alone should be enough for you guys. It's out of his own fat fucking cunt mouth. All right? That can't be debunked. So far, every video has been debunked, right?
So in essence, you have three distinct pieces, or if you will, collection.
Okay, now I'm going to skip through so not to waste y'all's time, all right? Now they're going to say to him, oh, but what about what Barack Obama said? Oh, but what about what these pilots are all saying it too? And these are trained pilots. So now it's all hearsay, word of mouth. It's all conjecture and what people said. It has no evidence or facts. For the next several minutes they talk about that. 2 minutes they talk about that, right? And then we'll get to Kyle.
Enough data to make any type of logical conclusion yet.
Well, it certainly is fascinating, and again,
there's plenty of data. The conclusions have already been logically made. They're backed up by peer review on YouTube, and you can all go right now and see all of this crap debunked right now all over YouTube. And there's a bunch of different scientists and observers that have debunked this bullshit for years. You know, that footage was released a long time ago. This footage was debunked back in 2019 on YouTube. They're old videos that debunk this shit. And these assholes at CNN and Fox and everywhere else, they won't just show you the debunking video. Hey, man, instead of having this cuck bitch on CNN, why don't you bring Thunderfoot on? Why don't you bring the guy that debunked it? I can't think of his name right now, but he's fucking great. He's debunked all this shit on his channel. You know, why don't you go watch him? You know, why won't you bring him on? It's like they're trying to it's like they're trying to intentionally force this lie down your throat.
Again, we are awaiting this unclassified report. We will all read it when it comes out. Luis Elizondo, thanks so much for your expertise and time, sir.
You're not gonna hum the theme from X-Files. Oh God, I want to believe. That fucking poster in Fox Mulder's office says it all. I want to believe. Sure you do. Everybody wants to believe. I want to believe. I mean, every debunker out there wants to believe. That's why they debunk it. Because they want to believe it. In order for them to believe it, it's got to be convincing. They want to be convinced. So they debunk it. So they know, okay, well, this isn't the one. Bring us the real one. And when we can't debunk it, we're going to start looking seriously at it. You can't do that, though, can you? Watch, we'll have to quarantine because aliens might land. That would be our luck. Same bull over and over. I've seen the same shit for the past 65 years. Dominic Leo. Tangerone. Hell no, man. I want to be free. Sean Days. Hey, alien, do the UFOs have to declare customs before landing? Tanga is get probe first. Tangerone. Did the aliens get their COVID test before they land? All right, let's keep going. We can't talk about COVID on this.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, this is CNN casually confirming, like, oh, by the way, UFOs were completely real.
Right. That's good reporting, Kyle. That is exactly what just happened. So this was at 6:18, and if you don't believe me, listen to this. We're going back to 31, and we're at 6:18.
Confirm, like, UFOs are real. Here's that conversation.
The U.S. government is set to release an unclassified report on UFOs maybe as early as next week.
What was once considered a joke is now seen by a lot of people as a genuine national security issue. Ex-government officials are increasingly outspoken about it. Even former President Barack Obama conceded this month there are things
exactly what they are.
Our next guest is the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program at the Pentagon. And here's what he said on 60 Minutes a few weeks ago.
Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly.
Joins us
I'm looking
now.
for this
Lou,
one thing.
great to have you here. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. Joins us now. Lou, great to have you here. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. 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 I mean, these are real. 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 These are real.
That is CNN literally telling you that UFOs are real. That is CNN. There it is. Literally CNN telling you UFOs are real. They're stating it as a fact on CNN because this dumb cunt. And you know, Crystal left Sagar on the Hill. And Sagar was talking about UFOs all the time. It's all he wants to fucking talk about is he says they're real too. You know, all he talks about is the government says it's real and blah, 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 blah. I give Crystal full credit for leaving that cuck bitch. Okay? Let me tell you something. Sagar is a dumb cunt bitch. Okay? He's a fucking sellout, sucker, idiot bitch. At least Kyle Kullinski, not as much, but we're going to get to that here in a second. I just want you to hear this stupid cunt bitch from CNN telling you that UFOs are real.
I mean, Luis Elizondo, have you here? I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. I don't think there's any question anymore. These are real. I mean, Navy pilots are on the record with what they've seen.
I mean, this is...
Yeah, Navy pilots cheat on their wives too, you stupid fucking cunt. You know? Navy pilots murder people. Navy pilots break the law. You know, Navy pilots are not gods. They're not perfect. What is wrong with you people, man? Alien, if you were super intelligent, sentient, you would know your existence. Since they are unidentified, how do you know they are a threat? We don't know what they are. Yes, I wanted to toy with the lesser beings. Space Force Operation Sell, go, Space Force, Bob. Alien wants tickets to the Probe show, Sean. Cunt News Network, right, Trendy Nick? Anything is within the realm of possibility. This I will say, but don't listen to the news propaganda. Tangerone, no. Anything's within the realm of possibility. Don't say shit like that. Don't be an asshole, all right? There's never been aliens here, all right? We've never seen them out in outer space. There's no evidence of that at all. So not everything is fucking possible. The possibility of aliens being here, I wouldn't say it's fucking possible at all. That's why it's so easy to debunk all this bullshit. You know, just because I thought it up doesn't mean it's possible. You know?
To CNN casually confirming, like, oh, by the way, UFOs were completely real. What? Wait, what? That was way too casual a segment for, like, the bomb that they dropped on everybody here. So, I mean, listen, I'm reminded of when I was in college. In one of my classes, we had to do some sort of report.
Oh, okay, right on. I'm like, anything is within the realm of possibility. I'm like, I could fucking disprove that right now.
Some sort of speech that you give to the class and presentation. And naturally, of course, you guys are not going to be surprised to know that I did a Chomsky speech thing. And I actually think the thing was you're supposed to take...
Okay, this is really boring. He goes on and on and on about some kid in his class that does a report about UFOs. And what the guy's argument about UFOs is the dumbest fucking argument ever because it can be applied to religion and gods as well. Listen to this.
But the point he made was, there's been...
Do you guys like the way I skip through all of his bullshit? And don't waste your time? That's why you watch this show, hopefully.
In tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of UFO sightings over the years. If just...
Yeah, and how many people say they've talked to God? How many people say they've talked to God? Thousands? Hundreds of thousands? So what, Kyle? What are you strawmanning me, you little bitch? Don't fucking strawman me, motherfucker.
One of them isn't faked, isn't a trick.
Look at the way he's talking right now, like he's pontificating, like he's saying, this is the definitive thought. that convinced me that it's possible that UFOs are here because some kid in his class said this. Well, just if one of those reports of UFOs is real, what if just one of those reports is real?
Isn't a practical joke, isn't explainable through natural phenomena, whatever, doesn't matter. Then UFOs are real.
And now I know I'm going to take Kyle out of context here because he does this all the time. So I'm going to do it. This is going to be funny.
So out of like 100,000, whatever, doesn't matter. Then UFOs are real. Whatever, doesn't matter. UFOs are real. 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 UFOs are real.
If you guys are enjoying this video, if you guys like my style of reviewing, if you like the fact that I've been doing reaction videos on YouTube before the reaction video term was even coined by people who stole the idea from me, and took full credit and tried to ban people like me from doing reaction videos, go ahead and share this video around on social media. Don't get crazy. I don't want you guys to sacrifice your social media access so that you could share a link to my video. But literally, that's what's been going on. You guys have been getting banned from social media. I mean, none of you, I can't get any of you to admit to it in my live stream. But every once in a while, somebody comes in here and says, hey, man, I've been in jail for sharing your shit. And then when I go, well, how many of you have done it? Press number 9, and then nobody presses number 9. You know? So it's like, I don't know. Are you guys getting in trouble for sharing it or not? I guess maybe those people are banned and they can't press number 9. But that's something that needs to be discussed as well every time on this show, is the fact that my audience gets banned from social media for sharing my live stream.
So out of like 100,000, 200,000, whatever it is, fill in the blank. Let's go on the low end, 40,000 UFO sightings. If just one of them is real.
Like, you mean a sighting of God? Let's say 40,000 stories that somebody talked to a God. What if one of them's real, Kyle? Secular talk. Why can't you apply the same thought process you do to living secularly that you do to UFOs?
Then UFOs are real.
Can we do that again?
Now remember, UFO sightings. If just one of them is real, then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real.
I love the way his voice cracks.
Then UFOs are real.
Real.
Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real. Then UFOs are real.
And I want you guys to know, the title to this video literally has the words UFOs are real in the title. It says CNN casually confirms UFOs are real. There's no debunking that sentence, that statement at all. Not in the title. It says CNN casually confirms UFOs are real. It's almost as if Kyle Kullinski is agreeing with that sentiment because CNN told him so. Because some dumb bitch, cunt, blonde, cuck, fucking child, fucking dumb cunt bitch on CNN said it, and he repeats it like it's fact, almost without questioning it at all. You know, he's got just the slightest bit of pushback, and I can't think of the right word. Skepticism. He's got just the slightest, just the faintest veil of skepticism while he's talking about this. And he should be talking like me, like, what a bunch of dumb cunts. Like, wow, CNN's, what a bunch of dumb cunts. Wow, that guy from the Pentagon, what a stupid fucking cunt bitch he is. Wow, what a bunch of fucking liars. No, he's just a very, 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 very thin veil of skepticism. in his voice. You can't even, you could barely detect it. I mean, if you didn't know this guy like I do, you totally think that he's convinced. He's convinced UFOs are real.
Now I remember hearing that and thinking, that's actually not a bad point. No.
It's a shit point because you don't even apply that point to religion and gods, Kyle. Why would you apply to aliens and UFOs? It doesn't even make sense. You might as well apply that logic to Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and fucking little green fucking whatever the fuck, purple fucking shit crossing the goddamn road in front of your car when you're high on fucking Thai stick, bitch.
That's not a bad point.
You know, I saw little blue men running across the goddamn highway, and let me tell you something. I didn't think they were fucking aliens. You know, I knew it was in my brain. I knew it wasn't real. Even though I was seeing it, I knew that my eyes were deceiving me. I was on drugs, man. I was fucked up.
Point. Now, this is the part where I have the unsavory, probably unpopular opinion. I don't know what to do with that information. You know what I mean? Like, some people...
Yeah, that is really unsavory, bro. That is a real problem. And I'm showing you right now, I'm demonstrating, Kyle, this is what you do with that information. You look at CNN, you denounce CNN, you look at that cuck bitch Jeremy Corbell, you look at fucking Joe Rogan, you look at The Rising, you look at Fox News, Tucker fucking shit, Sucker Carlson, you look at all of them, Kyle, and you call them out for the little cuck bitches that they are. That's what you do, Kyle. That's how you deal with the information. I'm trying to show you through example. Now I know that I'm harsh and I yell and I curse and I know it's hard for people, you know, to listen to me, but you could do it in your own special polished way, Kyle. You know, you could debunk this shit in your own you could even go on YouTube and watch the same debunk videos that I watch. You can educate yourself on it, Kyle. That's what you can fucking do. You helpless little bitch. God, man. It's like, I don't know how to help myself. I don't know where to get the information. CNN is telling me these things, and I don't know who to fucking believe now. I'm so confused. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to figure this out. I can't figure out Dickie McGee sacks.
People get really obsessed with this and go down the rabbit hole and are like all in on it. I don't understand that inclination. Because the fact of the matter is this. What you just heard in this segment is the extent of what we know. Like, yes, there are these unidentified flying objects that move in a way that seem to don't coincide with the laws of nature.
That's not true, Kyle. And if you'd watch the fucking evidence, if you'd watch the video and you pay attention to it for just 5 minutes, you'd know that you're now lying for CNN. You're fucking carrying their water boy.
Can I explain what it is? Do I know what it is?
Yeah,
Do I have theories what it is?
Go ahead,
no, I have no idea. I have none.
And neither does CNN.
Zero.
Because they don't look at the fucking
unidentified
evidence.
Flying object.
It's identified.
And so that's pretty much where...
Look, I'll identify it right now. It's a 737 flying in from fucking Asia or wherever the fuck. Okay, there you go. It's identified now, and it's no longer a UFO. Now it's just an FO. Like you are. You're a fucking flying object too. Flying through the denseness of stupidity.
For me. You know, I guess I'm just agnostic on the rest. I wouldn't immediately take the giant leap of like, these are extraterrestrials who found a way here and were spying on us or whatever, keeping tabs on us. It's possible, but there's other things that are possible as well that are not as sexy explanations.
Now you sound like that fucking guy in my goddamn chat. Oh, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Yeah, anything's possible. Hey, yeah, man. My science teacher from fucking 6th grade could come out of the ground and come back, sit down right in front of me in my living room and teach me a lost science lesson that he forgot from the dead in the form of a zombie. You know, anything's possible, everybody. Anything that you can imagine in your brain is possible. You know, I could sprout wings and start flying around. It's possible. It's possible that my sister could walk in the door and cut my fucking beard off. Right now, it's possible. Why doesn't that happen, though? Why don't those things happen? It's possible. Why are they? It's possible. Possibility is such a stupid fucking idea. You know? You could say that about anything. Yeah, it's possible that people might actually see this video someday. It's possible that enough people see this video that they realize that you and this entire narrative is wasting their bullshit, is wasting their time with bullshit. Is spray tan and face wax. Kyle could have a dick, it's possible.
You know, so I just don't know. I mean, that's my answer.
Okay, well, I know that I'm smarter than Kyle Kullinski, and hopefully, I don't understand why he has 1 million viewers on YouTube and I have 18 when I'm way smarter than him, right? He's got 1 million fucking viewers, right? 1 million subscribers. I've got 25,000. I'm way smarter, way more intelligent, and I've got the ability to research shit, obviously, way faster and more efficiently than he does on YouTube. And that's all I had to do was pull up a couple of YouTube videos. It literally just took me a couple minutes. I was like, well, I don't understand the gimbal. I want to understand the gimbal video. Oh, it was so easy to fucking find that video. Yeah, this is how a gimbal moves, and that's why every time the camera adjusts, the object spins. Because that's the way a gimbal fucking moves, and that's why that thing only moves exactly like a gimbal does. It doesn't do anything else except exactly the way a gimbal moves. Funny, right? Yeah, the fisherman papa, suck my dick. You don't get to come in here and tell me what to fucking do. You don't get to tell me to relax, all right? And you don't get to say no stress. I'm doing a fucking show here for 20 people, all right? And if you don't like my style, if you don't like this whole thing, suck my dick, man. Why don't you go to a fucking, a hash lounge or something, you know, and go look at a fucking black curtain and go smoke some hash and go dope out somewhere, you motherfucker. All right? You idiot. Relax and have a puff. Suck my dick, dude. I'm in the middle of a goddamn show.
And I know it's completely unsatisfying. I know that you guys want to hear some sort of edgy, brilliant take, but I don't have an edgy, brilliant take. I just have complete humbleness in the face of the edgy, brilliant take, but I don't have an edgy, brilliant take.
I have an edgy, brilliant take. They're liars, and you're a cuck pussy for not being able to figure it out on your own. All right, how's that for edgy, motherfucker? You don't know Dickie McGee sacks. All right?
I just have complete humbleness in the face of the unknown. And so the other point is, I thought this during the Trump era. I thought there's no way UFOs were real, because if they were, Trump would have like tweeted it out at 4 a.m. while he was shitting for the whole world to hear.
There's no way UFOs are real because Trump, that's your basis for whether or not you were determining whether or not UFOs were real or not, was what Donald Trump's actions were? Kyle Kullinski literally based a decision in his mind on Donald Trump's actions. He used Donald Trump's actions or lack of actions as evidence of whether or not UFOs exist. That's how fucking stupid Kyle Kullinski is. He's getting dumber.
You know, like, so I talked to the Pentagon today. It turns out aliens are real. Tearing me crazy. MAGA.
So this is a good example of copying somebody else's impersonation of Donald Trump. That's what Stephen Colbert does. And he does it really good. Stephen Colbert does a really good impersonation of Donald Trump. It sounds just like that. And when he's done with the impersonation, almost always he says MAGA. And Kyle will steal that impersonation and not give Stephen Colbert credit, because once again, Kyle's demonstrating what a cuck bitch he is.
And he didn't do that, so I was like, okay, UFOs are probably not real. But, you know, this is definitely compelling evidence in the other direction. But again, the extent of my knowledge is unidentified flying objects are real, not unidentified flying objects are real, and here's what they are, and if you disagree, you're crazy. No, I don't know what they are. They're unidentified flying objects. So
no, they're identified. You just don't want to take the time to go find out what they are, Kyle. You could just do a quick search on YouTube, find the debunked videos, and determine for yourself if these guys are scientists that know what the fuck they're talking about or not. You know, people like Thunderfoot, and actual scientists, guys that do the science. You know, why is that so hard for you, Mr. Secular Talk? You want to say there's no God? Great. You won't want to back anything up you say with science, man, or research? I mean, why is this so difficult for him?
Yeah, I don't know, but it definitely is creepy, isn't it? Like, let me put it this way.
No, it's not creepy because it's all bullshit. So there's nothing creepy going on. What would be creepy is if there were aliens visiting us. You know, what would be creepy is if these were actual Russian or Chinese or even Israeli or Saudi Arabian assets. That would be creepy, but they're not. It's all just debunked and disproven. You know, nobody's getting followed, nobody's getting chased, nobody's getting fucking anything.
There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe.
You can't say that either, Kyle. I mean, while I say that's a possibility because of the vastness of it, I don't say there definitely is life. People ask me, Nate, do you think there's life? I say, look, if there is, it's too far away, obviously, for us to ever discover it. That's my answer. You know, I don't say there obviously is. That's another stupid statement. You don't know that there's... Dude, think about all of the factors that had to happen. You guys think about it. All the factors that had to happen for there to be life on the planet Earth, right? The possibility of life existing on Earth, when you do the math and you do there people have actually gone through computations to try to explain what the chances are, and then people try to use that and say, see, it had to be created because there's no way Earth ended up just in the perfect place where if it was off by this much or that much, this would never have happened, but it did happen, and that's my point. The chances of the exact same thing happening here, sustaining life somewhere else, are minuscule at best. They're microscopic chances at best. We're talking 0.000000000000000000000, and I'm talking about something like an amoeba, let alone something that evolved like humans did in this beautiful Goldilocks zone placed planet that just happens to be in the right spot to allow for this to happen. And it's not going to be here forever. It's not going to be sustained forever. I don't have to get too far into that, but my point is basically Kyle Kullinski doesn't know that there's life somewhere else, and he's stating it like he knows.
Object. So, yeah, I don't know, but it definitely is creepy, isn't it? Like, let me put it this way. There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe. Life somewhere else in the universe. There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe. There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe. There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe. There definitely is life somewhere else in the universe.
I mean, this is like him saying there definitely is a God because billions of people believe in it. He has thrown all of his tools out of his fucking toolbox for thinking, for computation, for reason. He's taken every fucking tool out of the toolbox. He's just got this vast empty box of nothing, and he looks in there and goes, I don't know. They give me all this evidence, and I don't know what to do with it all. Did he not take his limitless pill this morning? You know, it's every 3 days, Kyle. It wears off, man. Every 3 days, man. You better go take your limitless pill, man. I'm on mine.
The universe is just too big for there not to be life elsewhere. But I mean, I just don't know if they are sufficiently evolved enough to be able to...
Dude, you need to smoke some cannabis before you start having a conversation like this on the internet. Trust me, bro. You are totally sober right now, and you sound like it.
Create this new kind of technology that would defy all the laws of
all those tools out to find his tanning gun.
Physics and nature, and would work in the way that they say it's working. And like, if they're anything like us, they would have already killed us all. So that's another thing, is like, how can it be that at this late date with all these sightings, there hasn't really been a single example of human to human or human to alien contact?
Exactly, Kyle. Exactly, Kyle. And now, all of a sudden, at the end of this video, Kyle's starting to reason again. Crazy, huh? It's like CNN erased his fucking ability to reason, and now all of a sudden he's starting to go, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've just been saying all of this bullshit.
How can it be that at this late date, with all these sightings, there hasn't really been a single example of human to human or human to alien contact? How can it be that at this late date, with all these sightings, there hasn't really been a single example? How can it be that at this late date, with all these sightings, there hasn't really been a single example? How can it be that at this late date, with all these sightings, there hasn't really been a single example?
We've got cell phones, we've got smartphones, we've got infrared, we've got heat sensing, we've got telescopes, we've got giant telescopes, we've got 24-hour video surveillance, we've got satellites, we've got the Hubble telescope, we've got the space station, we've landed on the moon. What Kyle just said should have given him the only tool he needed to navigate this entire video that he's done. And it was like he forgot it up until right now.
Human.
It's like he looks down and he realizes, he's like, man, what am I doing?
To human or human to alien contact and conversation and meeting up, and it's like, why is it always something that's so distant? Why is it always something that's so
blurry,
in and out and quick?
Right?
Why is it always recorded on some grainy ass fucking video?
Like,
that's the other thing.
Like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. I wonder why, Kyle. It's like he's just growing up right now and learning. He's evolving before our eyes. Kyle Kullinski, this is a clone. It's not really Kyle. He's been replaced with a clone, and he's figuring it all out again. He's discovering, reasoning. Yes, Kyle. Yes, Kyle. Learn, Kyle, learn.
All the Navy shit, and they're like, look, we see it, and it's all black and white and grainy, and you can barely see it, and it's like, that's always weird to me too.
Right, Kyle? Yes, Kyle, learn! He's learning! It's alive! He's learning, everyone!
Like, we have HD cameras fucking everywhere.
Right?
And nobody's got some HD shit?
Right?
I say that, but then you guys would probably send me 40 HD things. But that's the thing, like...
No, man. Anybody that sends you anything HD is going to be some fucking CGI, Photoshop bullshit. We could literally take Barack Obama's face and voice and mount it on the Queen of England and have him dance a ballet in an ice skating rink on the moon. And it would look real, Kyle. We can do all of that. So you don't think there's some 15-year-old kid sitting with some software in his fucking basement somewhere manipulating fucking Photoshop or video with some other kind of, software and putting that shit out there and not saying that, oh yeah, I'm a 15-year-old kid that just made this, just kind of floating segments out there or whatever?
Like, again, you don't know which ones are fake and which ones are real and all that.
They're all fake, Kyle. They're all fake. Okay? They're either blurry, they're fake, none of them are real, there's no aliens, there's no UFOs, there's an explanation for every single one of them.
Stuff, and I don't care enough to do the research to figure out which ones are...
Like 401, when it's blurry, exactly. Dude, actually, I gotta say, the market's looking beautiful today, man. It's nice to be back. Everything's coming back, man.
Real and faked and whatever. But anyway, listen, all I'm saying is I'm humble. I don't know what the fuck it is. I believe...
Because you're an idiot, and you've lost the ability to reason, and you're too lazy to go on YouTube and just YouTube the debunking videos, Kyle. Go YouTube the debunking videos, Kyle.
That UFOs are real, but I don't have a theory as to what the UFOs are. And I think everybody just immediately goes to that sexiest explanation of, like, extraterrestrials, aliens, doing something with us, fucking with us, playing with us, and that is it. And I don't know. I just don't know. It's possible, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, CNN is just confirming here, like, UFOs are real. And they did it so nonchalantly, I was kind of amazed by it.
What's Brianna Keeler doing with her hair? She looks like she's going out on a date. You going out on a date, girl?
Today marks 1 year since Donald Trump's infamous photo op at St. John's Church at the height of the nationwide George Floyd protests.
Is Breonna Keeler going to high school today for her fucking her yearbook photos? She went out and had her hair done, didn't she? Special day, huh?
Further proof that one of his biggest lies about that day does not pass the smell test. The D.C. police, through an attorney, finally admitting...
She should have said smell test, pun intended, because they're talking about tear gas. But whatever. Why didn't you say that? You should have said pun intended. That was definitely an intended pun.
That law enforcement used tear gas that day against peaceful protesters. You'll recall that June day last year, police cleared demonstrators from Lafayette Square so that...
And look, anyone who ever tells you that Donald Trump never lied, and people literally say that, show them this video. Show them this video that Donald Trump never lied. It says, someone, no, Donald Trump never lied. That's all bullshit. Okay, then explain this video right here.
That Trump could walk over, hold up a Bible in front of the church that had been damaged the night before, and say cheese.
It didn't seem to be an expression of faith or of solidarity with faith.
You guys are sharing this video. Thank you for risking your social media platforms for me. Hippie chick, cheers.
In the mantle of spiritual symbols and locations to, in some way, bolster or reinforce his own authority and message.
Now, after the photo op, Trump and his allies insisted that no one was tear gassed.
If the White House, the president, and his team had to do it all over again, would you have gassed and pummeled protesters to clear the park so the president could have a photo op?
So let me first address no tear gas was used and no rubber bullets were used. So again, no tear gas was used, no rubber bullets were used.
The president himself pushed the lie.
Here you go.
They didn't use tear gas. There's so much fake news. They didn't use tear gas. 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 They didn't use tear gas.
Fucking liar.
There's so much fake news. Most news is fake. They're corrupt and they're fake.
Those comments on Fox where he had backup.
There was never any tear gas.
So they threw some smoke bombs out and pushed them back. Wow. Armageddon, really?
Now, Trump's campaign doubled down. They said, quote, "It's said that a lie can get halfway around the world before the truth can get its pants on. This tear gas lie is proof of that." Tim Murtaugh, that spokesman, would go on saying, quote, "For nearly an entire day, the whole of the press corps frantically reported the news of a tear gas attack on peaceful protesters with no evidence to support such claims." Except...
We'll go ahead and stop it right there. So you guys just know. Yeah, they tear gassed them. And they risked people's lives with that shit. You know, you could choke out, you could die from that shit, it could give you a heart attack. And so all also Donald Trump could have a moment holding a Bible in front of a church. It's fucking psychotic. Right? Is that some crazy shit? You guys, the market looks beautiful. Bitcoin just dropped 37.8. Beautiful though, man. There was tear gas. Well, I'm just saying, that narrative that Donald Trump never lied, that he's a perfect leader and all that shit, people need to be reminded of that shit. Because he's coming back, man. He's trying. And he's got a lot of protection in the on the Republican side of the federal government. Man, I'm telling you, they've got his back so tight. And it's a psychosis, man. It is a psychosis. The world is suffering from. It's such a bad thing. I could literally see this backfiring. I could see the Democrats losing their shit and getting militant on the Republicans, and literally a war breaking out because Democrats are just going to get so sick of Republicans lying to their faces, saying Donald Trump was a good leader, he never lied, You know, the insurrection at the Capitol, January 6th, didn't happen. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene type bullshit. You know, it'll just go on and on and on. And I see people on the left that are psychos, man. And I could just see this. I could see it just backfiring in Republicans' faces. I could literally see, like, mobs of Democrats, young Democrat voters, going house to house, pulling Republican senators out of the homes and murdering them, burning their houses down. Just sick of being lied to, man. I fucking hate being lied to. If there's one thing I fucking hate, it's a fucking liar. Don't lie to my fucking face. You know, that's all I say is don't fucking lie to my face. And it pisses me off. You know, if I feel this way, I have a feeling that, you know, people who really give a fuck about politics, that they're going to get really angry too. And these Republicans, they keep pushing these lies and pushing these lies and pushing these lies. And, you know, something's going to give. At some point, somebody's going to fucking, you know, that's all I'm saying. I see it happening, man. I'm so sick of these lies these Republicans put out there. I'm so fucking sick of it. And I hate the fucking Democrats too. They lie just as much. But the fucking Republicans stand for racism, and they're covering up their racism with these lies and this bullshit. And, you know, Democrats are fucking racist too. They stand behind a racist Democratic president. You know, he's literally in a speech claiming how racist things are. Oh, and this racism needs to be called out. I was like, what, you talking about the crime bill, you fucking cuck bitch? You talking about the crime bill that you're proud of that you wrote, you motherfucker? So, you know, the Republicans should tone down their racist rhetoric bullshit, and then they'd actually have a little bit of credibility for against Democrats. But as far as I'm concerned right now, you know, when I see them supporting people still like Donald Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and all these other Republican douchebags like Mitch McConnell, you know, I have no sympathy for them, man. I have no sympathy for them. I mean, they should be out every day speaking out against Marjorie Taylor Greene and the bullshit she says. You know, and they're not. They support her. They support Donald Trump. They should be out speaking out against the insurrection, all of that shit. And it's their job to do it. And people are sitting by. We're just watching it happen. And I just have a feeling, man, it's a big pressure cooker, man. We're all just sitting in this giant pressure cooker. And it's one day it's gonna blow. And I wouldn't want to be any of those Republican representatives, man, that are out there pushing these lies down people's throats. And I see it on the Democrat side too, when people are sitting there saying that Joe Biden is a great leader and how wonderful his speech was, and oh, the laws that he's passing and everything he's doing is so great. I'm like, well, you guys are fucking liars too. You know, you guys are a bunch of racist cunts too. So, you know, you support a racist cunt, you're all a bunch of fucking racist cunts. I have no sympathy for any of them. But they should all be called out on their bullshit. So there you go. In the meantime, I want to just take a moment and say that you guys get your social media penalized for sharing this video. So if you share this video, you're risking being shut down by social media platforms. That should be definitely a topic of discussion. I would love to discuss that on Ron Placone's show. I would love to discuss that with Graham Elwood on Graham Elwood's show. I would love to discuss that with Jimmy Dore on Jimmy Dore's show. I would love to discuss that with Lee Camp on Lee Camp's show. You know, any of these people that I've had on my show, I'd love to go on their show and discuss the way my audience members get penalized for sharing my video. I would love to have that discussion. Let's talk about that. Guys, push that out there for me. Who are we dabbing for? I don't even know. Hippie chick. Eddie Haynes, this dab is for you. Eddie Haynes, this dab is for you. This dabby dab is for you. Okay, I'm getting a little too OCD here. I'm still OCD, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I need this over here. This dabby's for you and for you. All right. We are good. So, cheers to y'all. Thanks. No law regarding cannabis. My goodness. It tastes so good. When you wait 20 seconds, my God, it's the perfect flavor. Holy moly, monstrosities. I'm so fucking OCD, man. Holy shit. It's like I've been cleaning for the last several days, you know? I'm just in this mode, organizing shit. Hey, old stoner, what's up, man? Uh. Bitcoin's at 38.1. That is a really good sign, everybody. That's where it needs to be. It's been down for quite some time, but wow, look at that. You guys see that? I mean, I told you to get Matic at $1.61 and it's at $1.86. I'm so proud of that pick. I called that at just the right time, man. I don't know how I knew that, man. I knew it. I was like, it's getting ready to go back up, guys. If you're going to get on Matic, now's the time to do it. That's stupid, Billy. Come on. I mean, if you're going to get anxiety over something, shouldn't it be over something worth being anxious over, like going to court? What are they going to do to you at the post office? Pat you down, bro? Come on, man. It's a post office, bro. You're going to mail something. You'll be fine, man. I know you're gonna do just fine, bro. You're gonna do great. Uh-oh, 38.084. We got to get back up to 38.1. And we've got to do that quick. We got to stay up there at 38.1 if we've got to stay up and move up. Electric nectar collector? No, man. I'd use one of these, bro. I'd use one of these, bro. I'd use a regular nectar collector with a torch, man. I fucking love it. I got a dish. You know, I got my container. I could smoke right out of the container if I wanted to. All I would need are these three things. My nectar. Ooh, I'm spilling water out. I'm holding it upside down. My nectar collector. A container and a torch. Boom. And you don't need a giant torch. You can even use a smaller torch. And you can even use a smaller nectar collector, but I'd use one with water in it. I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more water in this. I bet you if you put it in at an angle, it goes in easier too, instead of straight up and down. Because it goes straight up and down, it goes right into the hole. But if you go like this, you can fill it up easier. I'm gonna attempt that. Here, let me get my my water filler. Water filler. We'll see if it works. 38.036. Uh-oh. Look at Bitcoin drop, guys. Okay, right now there is a little bit of resistance at 38,000. So let's see what happens. It's bouncing right here. Why does it do this? Holy shit. YouTube notifications all coming through at one time. All right, we got to bounce, guys. We got to bounce. 38,000, and it's bouncing upwards. It's got a yellow marker and a green. We got a nice green volume below, so it's going green. It can hold that green, and we start headed back upwards. There, we're at 38,100. There we go. It's just got to break through 38,100 and retain that. It's going to try again right here. God bless America. Let's do this. Rogan and I both hear this motor outside. It's funny. I don't know what it is. So, this is an exciting time right now because Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano, they were all climbing simultaneously, and they've all just leveled off all of a sudden, right? Hey, Phil. Fail. So this is what I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at this drop, right? There's a drop here. There's a drop here. It's kind of leveled off here. And big drop right here. So hopefully that will get a drop in volume and value simultaneously. We'll get a kick up right here. But today's high was 38.2, guys, which we must have just hit recently. I don't know if it was during the show, but We're at 38,028 right now, so we're close less than $200 away from the daily high on Bitcoin, the 24-hour, and that is exciting, guys. That is exciting because even though it's headed downwards right now, we are real close to the daily, the 24-hour high. And it's just hovering right here at 38. So let's see what it does. All eyes on Bitcoin right now. Wow. This is some really good movement right through here. The question is will it return like it did? You see the way it spiked back up right here? That was just a few minutes ago. There was a nice spike back up to lead it back to here. This is probably 38,100 zone. And we'll see if it happens again. We got a yellow. We've got a yellow marker. We got a big green spike of volume. It's dropping. It's under 38. It's 37.98. So let's see what happens here. Big drop there. Doge is at 41 cents, everybody. Doge is at 41 cents. At the top of the list. Polkadot is number 3. Dash is number 4. Atoms 5. ERN is 6. Binance is number 2, man. Storage is making money again, $1.13. Got a ways to go for my buy-in on that one. He's trying to sell NFTs. Wow, man. I should be making NFTs. Ethereum's looking really good. Ethereum is looking really good. It's about to get a big yellow spike over there on Ethereum. There it is. Boom. Yellow spike on Ethereum. Yellow spike on Bitcoin. That's could be some market confidence kicking in right now. Beautiful outside right now. 77 degrees. Oh, fucking perfect day right now. Beautiful outside. To $1 billion house you designed? Nice. It's a Valentine home. The $1 billion Valentine. Buy Valentine. Double yellow markers on Bitcoin, guys, with green. We've got a green volume marker on a downward slope on both the volume and the value simultaneous. Should be our bounce up right here, man. It's at 37.9. It should go right up, back up to 38.1 again when it does it. Open air maze in the middle, complete with an, I don't know what that is. It'd be pretty easy to design a $1 billion home now, bro. Be real easy. You could come up with those assets for that house real quick. Double yellow marker, Bitcoin. Let's go. There it is. Let's take it up. Let's take it up a notch. A Fibonacci. A Fibonacci. Hey, Tula. Oh, a dungeon. No way, man. That's fucking crazy. Um, 37,909 Bitcoin, guys. It looks like it's going to spike upwards, but the last spike upwards was beautiful. It was a massive spike. So I'm expecting to see that again right here on the short term. If this red volume goes green below and we get a big green volume spike, man, it's going to shoot up. And on a double yellow, on a double, we've got double yellow markers. We've got double downward slopes on volume and value matching. It's a setup to go up. People want to get in before it goes over 38. Maybe, maybe it's a human, the human aspect is playing a huge role right now. People are like, yeah, I got to buy in. It's gonna go over 38, then it's never gonna go back down. And that'll cause panic buying, and it'll boost the value. 943 now. It's jumping a little bit. No, no, no. No, I know. I'm sorry. Um, that was a tiny little jump upwards. It's at 37,903. This is not what I was hoping to see here. uh, uh, oh. Where's the fucking camera lens at? There it is. It's picture time, picture time. It's picture time. I like taking pictures and sending them. My bees, my bees, my bees, why you my bees? Why you my bees? Are you my bees? Are you my bees? Are you my bees? I'm a little shutterbug. I'm a little shutterbug. I'm shutterbugging. Why you shutterbugging? Why you shutterbugging? Psst. Whatever. I'm out of here, guys. I hope you enjoy your days and your afternoons. I will talk to you guys very soon, okay? I'll see you on this afternoon show. Love you all. Take care. Bye now. Bye-bye now. Bye, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Hey, Greasy said bye. I wonder how many people are watching. Let me just see. It says there's only 12, so. I'm like, okay. I couldn't even take a couple pictures and send them to a friend of mine without everybody leaving my live stream. I'm sad. So, okay.